Okay, I think now we are actually live. Yes. So, hi guys, hello, welcome to chat with me today about the Mandalorian season 2. Yeah, I have a lot of things I want to talk about, and welcome and thank you for your comments and your Q&A questions. Yeah, I want to cover some questions that people raised in the comment section. And in the meantime, sending your question, your thought, like along the way. There's a little bit delay with the video and a comment, but like that's fine. I will always see your comments. So I do have something. Okay, I have a list. So I want to go through the list first. I want to talk about several things that people mentioned a lot in the comments. So the first thing I want to talk about is the dark saber and Sabine. Yeah, it's because as I was already said in the video that dark saber. Sabine already gave it away to Bo-Katan before in Rebel season 3 and season 4. And some people were like, but she just took it. She didn't fight for it, but she did. I went back and checked it. I was doubting my own memory, and I was like, like I remember there was a fight that she had on the icy like world outside her home, whatever. So I went back and checked. So what happened is, she brought it back to her mom, and her mom, without her consent, her mom wanted to like trade for her safety, whatever. So her mom gave the darksaber away to Saxon. And then like Sabine's like, no, there's no way. So Sabine actually won the fight against Saxon. So she won the darksaber back. So there's nothing like, oh, she didn't win it, she just took it, but she actually won it. I saw one comment that makes a lot of sense. Is that like if Bo-Katan took it once and it didn't work out, so maybe that's the reason she feels like I shouldn't do it again, because the first time I lost it in the end and like people are not united. So I think that's like a great possibility, a great like thing that maybe we'll talk about it in the upcoming season, because I do believe the season 3 will focusing on retaking Mandalore. And oh, you missed the first minute? That's weird. I don't know if it's a stream thing. Um, yeah, like the YouTube streaming is a little bit weird. I'm just still getting used to it. Um, well, the whole video will be up later, so I don't think you are missing much. Anyway, Darksaber, yeah. Yeah, the darksaber is like the symbolism of the power, and Bo-Katan, maybe if she lost it the first time, she didn't feel like people are listening to her, because and another reason is that Sabine gave it to her like in front of a lot of people. So she's like not just here is almost like in private, they're like on the bridge and like having a conversation, but actually in Rebel she just gave it in front of everyone, and then like she took it and became the leader. So that's yeah, it's a thing I really do believe they will talk about in season 3. Maybe she was like, yeah, someone already gave it to me once and it didn't work out, so this time I really want to want it, whatever. Yeah, I think that's hopefully where they're gonna go for, because if a lot of fans are raising this question, I do believe they have the intention to answer it. Why I wrote Bo-Katan's choice is because I was thinking about this. This is a lot of this is gonna be up to Bo-Katan now, because I do feel like Din Djarin right now is up to helping her, because his quest before that is to get Grogu back with his people as a Jedi, and I do believe that this quest is done, and then he will be like, okay, I have to find something to do right now, and maybe he'll be like, oh, because you're here and already have the darksaber, it's an issue, so I'll just help you retake Mandalore. I think he is also curious about what's Mandalore going on, and it goes along with his journey of finding his identity to be a Mandalorian. I think that's the whole title and the whole idea of this show is, who am I? Who am I as a Mandalorian? Am I like a real Mandalorian because he was a foundling? And how do I like maintain this identity? Is this through my armor, through my action, or through like everything else? How do I prove that I am real Mandalorian? And I do believe that this is another step for him to find his identity, to go on this journey. So he will probably help Bo-Katan to retake Mandalore. The thing is about Bo-Katan is, does she want the freedom and safety for her people, or does she want the power for herself? Because then it came back to Dave Filoni's module of the light side and the dark side, being selfish and selfless. During one call and actually many interviews, he talked about how everything is like the dark side people are really just being selfish. They are like going for their personal wish, going for what they want. Like Anakin went to the dark side basically because he wanted to save Padme, and that was a selfish thought. That's like I personally I want my wife to be alive. Instead, I want her to live. It's like he has a motivation that's a lot more selfish than selfless, and that's what goes make him go to the dark side, like the seed of the dark side. And comparing to Luke is like, okay, but there's victory, but me, I want to save my father and I want to save him. And that is like, he is not thinking about, I want this father back in my life. He is thinking about, I want to save this person. And that is way more selfless than selfish, comparing to Anakin want to save his wife. So personally, I would think, yeah, that was like Dave Filoni also explained it a lot with other character, and I think Ezra is also a great example of selfish and selfless. I found a lot of parallel between Ezra and Anakin. Ezra was like, he wants to save his master in War Between Worlds. He wants to save his parents at the very end of the season. Those are selfish thoughts. Those are like what I want. I want my master back. I want my family back. But in the end, he saw the big picture that Anakin didn't. Well, Anakin has a lot of other things. I'm not saying like who's better, who's not. Ezra has like a lot of more guidance, a lot of clearer, and he is like living in the wartime. It's totally different scenario. I'm not saying like Ezra made a better choice than Anakin, but because Anakin has a really bad like childhood. But Ezra, for him, he made a good choice because his master and Ahsoka both showed him the result of being selfish and selfless. Ezra made a lot of selfish decisions throughout Rebels, but in the end, he made the right decision of being selfless, not saving his master, instead of thinking for everyone else, so not changing the future, like blah blah blah, not changing the past. Yeah, going back to Bo-Katan. Yeah, we're all the way there talking about the Force. Going back to Bo-Katan, I feel like she is having a choice of either I want this person to help me to save everyone in Mandalore, and every Mandalorian we can reunite each other, or do I want a dark saber for myself? That is a greedy thought, like if I just want it for myself. So I think it's also up to her now to to see if she has the will to resist this urge to get that back, or like she actually wants something good for. Marcel, you said, well, Luke also had a moment when Vader threatened to take Leia, but he realized quickly. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Yeah, because I think the good thing about Luke is like he has a lot of back and forth. Actually, he was like on the edge of striking the Emperor down. Like he was like, the Emperor is like, strike me down. I think we can all saw that in his eyes. He's like really considering it. I can end here. I can do it now. But he like, that's like a not like really selfish, but it's like a quick and dark passive like action. But he chose not to do it, to remain like selfless. She's like, I'm not doing this for myself. I'm not doing this. I'm doing this like for my father's sake. So yeah, there's a lot of side to it. I think Dave Filoni explained it much better than I did. But yeah, that's the general idea, and I think it's for the next season, upcoming season, it's a lot up to like Bo-Katan right now. Yeah, I do believe they will explain why Sabine could just give it away, and she, like, this time she just couldn't take it. I do believe that. That will be explained. Yeah, it's not a big issue, but, well, yeah, we can just wait and see. Next thing is a War Between Worlds and Changing the Future. That's a comment I saw a lot, and I was quite surprised that people want them to change the sequel. For the content making wise, it's all Disney, and I doubt Disney right now would just erase like 5 or 6 years of the past. you know, Sam Thompson, you said the dark saber belongs to Darth Maul. You're right. You know what? You're right. If only Darth Maul can like be alive right now and take it back, you know. But well, technically they did took it without his consent, and I believe like Sam Witwer also said it like in his Twitter, is like it's mine. Yeah. Anyway, the word between word. Some people said that they will use the word between word because Ahsoka's logo basically like look a lot like the word between word, and maybe they will do something with that about changing the future. The thing about word between word in Rebels is that what I like about it is it didn't really change the past. No, I think the whole thing was supposed to happen, like we just didn't see in season 2 episode episode like 22, like the finale. Yeah, I saw those comments and I was like, but they didn't really change the past. When Ezra put Ahsoka out, I think that was supposed to happen. That was exactly what's supposed to happen. That's why we saw Ahsoka walking down. Like that's what we saw later also in season 4, like episode 10 or 13. Anyway, yeah, I think that was supposed to happen, and the word between word in Rebels didn't change the future or the past, so I doubt it's gonna do it again. What I actually like about the word between word is that it's very limited time travel. It's just a very like small scale, and it's the doors already closed, so it kind of closed down a lot of possibility. So while I want to have is alternate like timeline. My original thought before like episode 9 is that if they can do something really crazy, like they just recognize there are different timelines reaching out to each other, and they're like maybe they can validate the Mara J timelines, the solo twins. That would be awesome if we can have some sort of alternate timeline and alternate universe, and they all exist somehow. That would be cool. And I still want that to happen. I do like the idea that we can have some sort of like just people living to different universe, you know? Said even if they don't retcon the sequels, would you like it? What do you mean? Like, do I like the sequels or do I like word between word stuff? But like I have a lot of issue with sequels right now, but I doubt anything will make it better, you know, because I think the main issue is that they didn't plan it from the beginning. So they didn't have the plan to have all the director or the creative mind agree on one thing. They changed the script so much, and they basically just, okay, this looks a little bit better than the last version, let's just go with it. While I think in Mandalorian they are planning to like do everything all together, so that's a lot better. The sequel has a lot of good moments I really like. Also, a lot of bad moments I really don't like. So I don't know they're gonna retcon it. Do I like it? Would I like it? I'm not sure. I have to see it. In the title frame of Ahsoka, it has a word between words drawing, so they may use it. Yeah, or they will go back to what happened between that time, because last time we saw her, she just finished the battle on I was almost said Mandalore, but what is it? The planet in I just brain shortcut. I couldn't remember it. In season 2 episode like finale, the planet they were on, like she just walked down the stairs, and we saw a lot of I saw a lot of things like a drawing. I don't know if you guys ever seen Dave Filoni did a lot of dark black and red drawing of her adventure with Morai. I think that's the last time we saw her, because after that it was a Rebels epilogue, and somehow Dave Filoni said it might happen after the Mandalorian series, which means that this Ahsoka we saw might still be on that journey. So they might actually talking about what happened after she left the Warped World. is she gonna like, did she went on a journey? How did she leave like the Sith temple on that planet, everything? So that's why maybe the war between worlds. Malachor, that was the name. Thank you so much, Edward. Thank you so much. I was like, it started with an M, and oh my god, what is it? What is it? Yeah, it's Malachor. I almost like said it as Mandalore, but I was like, wait a second, no, that's wrong. Yeah, I love the Mandalorian, but I'm still sad it ends in the sequels. Well, technically, we all thought that Rebels gonna end with everyone dying, and it ends with original trilogy that they basically have no Jedi left, but somehow they found a way around that. So we never know. And if Dave can just eat Ezra across the universe and be like, yeah, he's missing in action, and yeah, now Luke is the only Jedi left. So why not? We can have something like that. Maybe we can have like. We don't know what's gonna happen, but I do believe they have a plan for our Mando and for Grogu. Our Mando is gonna be a little bit older by that time, so I don't know, but Grogu is gonna be a teenager-ish. Yeah, I do believe they were like going to this issue because so many audience care about Grogu so much. I doubt they will just let it go, you know? Okay. Yeah, that's my opinion on War Between World and Changing the Future. I doubt they will actually retcon it. They will, if they actually want to do it, want to do a different timeline thing. I think it will be not retcon, but like creating like a different branch, like different parts of the like the universe and stuff. I think Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni will help fix the issues of the sequels. They might actually just add other stuff in it, make the story make more sense, because technically that's what they and George Lucas did with the Clone Wars, because prequels also have a lot of issue. As much as I love prequels, you have a lot of storytelling issue and a lot of time jump that doesn't give the audience the correct emotion to go into these movies. Like in episode 2 we saw that Anakin and Obi-Wan are like, Anakin is pretty pissed with Obi-Wan being like always controlling him or whatever, and he was like really like the teenager rebelling, and he was like going against everything that he said. And then the beginning of season 3, Obi-Wan and Anakin are like good friends, very good friends. Then they're like having like the fight of the century. So that is a time skip that we didn't see, and what Clone Wars did is to fill in that time, to make a lot of things make sense. If then Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni here wants to go into the issue of the sequels, they might do the same thing. They might do something similar to go into that and actually talk about, something that didn't work here, and we can just add more material to make more sense. Maybe, just saying maybe, they can talk about how Kylo Ren, like how like Ben Solo come to the dark side. It's not just one night. It's a long process. He was like being attempted. I mean, there are like books and comics talking about that, I think, but like they may actually add more material to like different side of the story. So that might be something that will make more sense than like right now. I don't know. Yeah, I think that would be, I don't think they will like retcon it completely, but I think they will help the storytelling. I think they're just gonna ignore the sequels for a few years and see how the post-Jedi era works out. That's true, that could be, we have like 15-20 years. That's a long time, and I doubt the Mandalorian will go on like with a time frame of a whole 15-20 years. I do believe they will end with an open ending, like almost they did with like other shows. They will have like, they just went on a journey. Like it might be another show that they will continue the journey of Grogu, but I do believe they're gonna ignore it just for now, but also have hints, because we also have New Republic things, and the First Order don't just go up in one day. They have threats like from very early, and I think it's okay to recognize that here and here there are hints of threats everywhere. Anyway, let's continue. Okay. Some other things I saw. Season 3, is the season 3 just gonna be the Book of Boba Fett? And is there gonna be Grogu or no Grogu? personally, I'm against the idea of season 3 just be the Book of Boba Fett, because I do believe that our Mando story is not done. So I do believe he's still gonna be the main character, and I do believe that Pedro Pascal has signed season 3. So I think it's gonna be separate things now. So, and I think I saw a tweet by someone who is not in charge of like everything, but I think someone said on Twitter, you guys can verify the source because I saw it here and there, but someone's like has some sort of inside information, but is not in charge, said he believed that both of them are gonna be different production. They're gonna shoot it like differently, so probably I think it's just gonna be two things that's gonna release at the same time. However, there are people saying the Book of Boba Fett, is it just gonna be a literal book? And I do not think that's the case. Well, I don't know yet, but like I do feel like the Boba Fett thing, the book, is just a way of saying that. Okay, let me read some comments. Does Ben Solo kill Baby Yoda? I really hope not. I really hope not. I think Baby Yoda is gonna live forever. Yeah, he's too cute to die. Well, we have Grogu now. His species lives very long. Maybe the next series is 100 years from now. Yeah, you know what? Totally, why not? The thing is, I think Disney right now is not gonna explore anything post sequel, just because people have a lot of issue with sequel. They are going back to the safe like parts, like being sometime around the OT. That's like the safe time frame of any story to happen. So yeah, like I do believe like 100 years from now could be after a couple of years that like people are calming down with the sequels, not so angry much, and there will be, okay, let's explore what will happen after that. That could be like a possibility. Probably not now, but that was definitely something might happen. And one of the artists of Mandalorian saying Twitter, oh yeah, I think it's an artist. Yeah, I read somewhere, I forgot who that is. Yeah, it's good to know it's an artist of the Mandalorian. Yeah, it's two different series. That's what I thought would be. Maybe the Book of Boba Fett will be a mini series at beginning December 3-4 episode. The Mandalorian will come out on December 25th. That's my theory. Oh, yeah, that could be, or it can be just a limited show, or they can overlap. You know, they can like happen at the same time. We can have some crossover, and we still have no idea. Okay, the thing is, we now know there is Ahsoka show, there is Ranger of the New Republic. We know a little bit on that, but we have no release date. And for the Book of Boba Fett, we have the title, we have some material, but we have no release date. So it's like two opposite situation. We just have different things, but we do not have like complete information. But I do believe we're gonna have more information in the upcoming week, because I think Jon Favreau is gonna be on a live stream tomorrow with who I forgot. Anyway, check the Twitter. There's a lot of information there, but I saw him that he's gonna be on a live stream. Maybe he will answer more questions with more announcements. Grogu or no Grogu? At the beginning of the season, no way. I do believe it's gonna be Mando's journey for now. But then, I still think that Grogu is gonna come back somehow. Just because like the whole 2 season will build on Grogu and Mando's like the emotion connection. You know, it's really about this man was like a cold-hearted and bounty hunter. Then he meets this child, and he decided to go all the way to take care of this child, to go all the way to like take off his helmet, abandon everything to save him. So it's a big change for him, for Mando, our Mando, to be a different person just because of Grogu. But I just don't know if Grogu's gonna appear in the first episode, no way. Later on in the season, might. We really have to see where the story goes. It's Good Morning American, yes, that's right. I have a short memory. I was like, okay, yeah, like I was on Twitter like this morning. I was like, oh yeah, another live stream, sure, cool. Didn't even check where, just gonna watch it later. Yeah. I do believe that Grogu's gonna be a big part of what's on Mandalorian's mind. Goku, who's Goku? Is that someone I should know? Hey, I do not recognize that man. Oopsie. Anyway, Grappler, let's go into your comment because you comment a lot of things and I do really want to go into them because I think it's very interesting to see. You have, okay, if everyone else who didn't know, Grappler here in our live chat sent a massive comment in my comment section. I was like, oh, I have to address that and I have to talk about it because it basically covers the last episode. Oh, it's okay. Goku is Dragon Ball. Oh, that makes sense. One piece of my childhood I should have, but I didn't. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go through your points one by one, and yeah, everyone, we're just gonna talk about it. Tell me what you think, because this comment really covers the last episode of Mandalorian season 2, and there are things that worked, I really liked. There are things that didn't work, and yeah, I want to share some of my opinion, and we're gonna talk about what didn't work as a season. Okay, first one, I think the acting of two pilots on the Lambda class Imperial shuttle were a little off, especially the one that was shot by another pilot. The way he screamed and fell seems so weird. I'm not good acting, not good acting, or the direction was not well done in that scene. This might be a nitpick, but it's just beginning of offense you feel in this episode. I think I know what you mean. I didn't think of that in the beginning, but I felt like there are like some Star Wars-ish of cheesiness, you know. Star Wars have a lot of like cheesy acting, like a little bit over the top. I think that goes along that direction. Like the lady on Tatooine, her acting is like very over the top, but that's like I do see what you mean, but I think that's okay within the Star Wars like comfort zone for me. I definitely understand where you go from. Like the different the two pilots goes a little bit over the top. Yeah, I can see that. It's a weird thing I can say because I feel like what they're trying to do is give some personality to the two pilots, yet they don't have the time to give the personality to the two pilots. They're like trying very hard to do that, but they kind of couldn't because of time limitation, and also they want to develop some character development for Cara Dune at the same time, and have some more information like during that time. So it's a short amount of time. I think what you said about the offness is that they're trying to achieve something, but there just isn't enough time for it. Second one, the scene in the bar on the planet. Oh, I think I need to. Okay, here. I want to know which planet that was. Go to see the Mandalorian ship. Need to figure out the name of it. I'm sure it's somewhere on the website out there. I'm not a big expert on the names and stuff. Like if you ask me what is this ship, what is that droid, I have no idea. Like what I'm good at is to analyze a show, analyze the idea behind it, and like the hardcore stuff. I'm not good at it. If I'm good at memorizing things, I'm not gonna fail biology as I did in the first year of my college. Anyway. Casca Reeves versus Boba Fett. I like the banter between the two of them. I do. Well, I think it's a lot more serious than banter. It's like really like hardcore fighting. The dialogue of Bo-Katan seemed off. Okay, not sure if it was written on the page or the way the director wanted her to portray the lines. It seems a little odd. I like the line that Boba Fett said, mine might be the last that you hear to Bo-Katan. Huh? Yeah, I mean, Boba Fett is the longest living one among other clones, right? Because he was aging normally, while the others are all aging like twice as fast, I think. Yeah, so that might be, yeah. Also, Boba seems different than the previous two episodes. He seems a little more ruthless, confrontational. Yeah. I think this is to help build up for the ending surprise. So, and because in the end we saw him taking over the the Jabba's palace, and I do feel like that Boba is not really the Boba we saw in the last 2 episodes, who actually kept his promise and be like honorable. I doubt if it's just a one-time thing, because he was like, why not? Yeah, I it's a little bit off, like, to have his personality. One time, like, here, 2 episodes before, he was like, yeah, I am being honorable, I'm actually keeping my promise, and then later on he's just being, yes, let's kill everyone here and let's take over this palace. I wonder which direction they're going with the Book of Boba Fett. Are they gonna go with him being like ruthless, and are they gonna actually make him like honorable and like reform the dark market or whatever? So Crime Syndicate Boba Fett, yeah, why not? Do you think Luke saw Grogu, he remembered Yoda? Definitely, I think absolutely everyone who didn't know baby Grogu back then will see him and think of Yoda, because I think Luke has only seen Yoda, yeah, because Ahsoka might met, yeah, no, I actually don't think so, because Ahsoka said that she only met another of his species, right, in episode 5, so maybe. Yeah. I think Luke will definitely think of Yoda. Also, Yoda being a big part of his life during that training time, and during that time he was really questioning about himself, to confront his own darkness and trying to find his way to save his friends, to continue the training. Yeah, I do believe that, like, because Yoda is a big part of his life, and I think that, yeah, he's definitely gonna thinking of him. Oh, and some people said about like R2. I read something really cool about maybe R2 saved Grogu. That could be very, very cool. But R2 should recognize Grogu, because if Grogu was at the temple and R2 was at the temple all the time, so that could be like the reason why. Okay. The acting of Katie Sackhoff seemed off during the planning stage in the Imperial Shuttle, huh? It might just be a clunky script, or her acting of those lines just wasn't doing it for me. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't really notice that at that time. For me, it was like, oh, they're like fighting together. Yay, so many Mandos together. Yeah, I didn't notice that, but it's interesting to see how you saw that way. Yeah. I'm not like saying I'm not saying like I disagree with you, but I just didn't see it. Yeah, it's interesting. I like. Just saying, like, I like hearing about all the different sides that you guys think, if anything works for you, if it doesn't, because there are stuff that didn't work for me in general, and there are things that didn't work for you guys, and I think it's important to address everyone's opinion here. The music also seemed off for me. I just wasn't vibing with them. I don't understand, which is fine. Oh, actually, yeah, I think I was vibing with the music, so yeah. Okay, remember I was the one that saved your life with Order 66 Heaven. Now come with my master. He will train you in the Force. I think that would be funny dialogue with Grogu and R2-D2. It would be very funny if Grogu can actually understand R2, and we just never know. Because Grogu is like, he answers to his name, and sometimes he listens to Mando, sometimes he doesn't. It might just be him being like a little shit and be like, I just pretend, I just choose to ignore you, So it might be fun. We just never know. We don't know how much Grogu actually understands. He's 50 after all. He's 50 years old. The stormtroopers are useless. Utterly useless. None of them hit anyone. It's ridiculous. Come on, someone could receive something, anything. One of the stormtroopers says, there they are, without even shooting. What wild nonsense. Well, yeah. Stormtroopers are always like that, as we know. Actually, this show has more stormtroopers shooting people than before, so that was fun. Yeah, I agree, they are really useless here. They really didn't really do anything. Well, it's a chance for us to see our hero kicking ass, right? To see Fennec Shen and the two Mando just flying off the bridge. That was awesome. Also, 2 of them have Beskar, so it really didn't count. Do you think Grogu will like George Lucas? I think George Lucas already like him. There's a photo of George Lucas hugging the Grogu, so maybe, yeah, why not? Sure, certainly. The use of Danfera is getting grating. Find another curse word. There was another curse word in this episode. The son of something. Scuffer? Whatever. Yeah. So, like, there are new curse words, but yeah, I do agree that Danfera is getting a little bit too much. They should, like, lower the usage a little bit, maybe introduce some other words. The only times they hit anyone is when they are using best card. That's true. I do remember because like there are like hitting on best cards, like that's basically doing nothing. They're like target practice. What is Moff Gideon's play? Does he have everything he needs from Grogu, or is he just saying that to make it sound he knows everything? Later, he actually wants him. He's everything to bring order to the galaxy. Mando wins a battle against Moff Gideon. We all know what's going to cause a problem, not knowing why. Not knowing exactly why. What about Sabine Wren? She gave it to Bo-Katan before, so does it mean she gave it to her? That she lost it in the vending time period. Okay. The second part I already covered for the beginning of my video, so yeah, I'm just gonna talk about what first here. What is Moff Gideon's play? The thing is that he have everything he needs from Grogu. That might just be him like trying to make Mando lower his guard and try to sneak attack on him, you know? So he might not have everything he needs. Or he did. We just don't know. You know what? The thing is, we can find that out through the scientists very easily. So that's not gonna be a big issue for our main character to know. Do they have everything? We can just ask the scientists if we already have him, right? So, but the thing is, like, he also tried to shoot Grogu later. That's an interesting decision. That first he tried to shoot Bo-Katan, and then he tried to shoot Grogu. Like, if he needs anything, I don't think he's gonna like try to shoot him, or he's just gonna be, oh, this is vulnerable. I'm just gonna destroy as much as I can. That could be it. He has everything to bring order to the galaxy. Yeah, and also he said bring order back to the galaxy. I wonder if it's just talking about the Empire thing, or is he actually talking about the Emperor? Is he actually talking about Palpatine being a part of this? Are they gonna use that? There are like the most possible thing right now. First one is that he actually used it to use it on the research on Palpatine and on Snoke, maybe doing a clone, whatever. But yeah, but also like it could be that he may want the Force, so he wants other troopers to have the Force to take over the galaxy. So yeah. Great point with scientists. Also, Moff Gideon tried to commit suicide. You are right. He tried to commit suicide, so he might just take down as much damage as he can. What if Bo-Katan and Mando went at it? It definitely doesn't mean 2 deaths. Who do we want to rule Mandalore? I mean, Bo-Katan is a hothead and Mando is a religious god. Interesting, the Darksaber has to be won, which means the story of the recovery is what brings power to the leader versus pretender. Once again, there's an issue with Sabine Wren, so we just don't know anymore. Also, Sabine is around at that time, so we don't know if Sabine is gonna come back. And it doesn't mean to the death. Because the both duo we saw, one is with Saxon and Sabine. Sabine also didn't kill him, but also Saxon want to attack her like from the back, and then like her mom shoot him or something. Yeah, so it can be not. It doesn't have to be to the death. And here we have Mando and Gideon. Also, Mando didn't kill Gideon, so I don't know if how is this gonna work. How everyone just values everything. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna like go more into it. So I thought he maybe wants to make force sensitive troopers, as you said. Yeah, I agree with that. I also thought he might want the force for himself. So they can all be possible, or because they are doing cloning things, right? They're like the cloning facility, so it might very much be something related to poverty. But I don't know. I thought the branch with Exegol just went off on their own and doing their own research, doing like cis stuff. So I don't know if they need Moff Gideon to like be out here and collecting actually Force users, As Luke entered into the story, it reminds me too much of Boba Fett's entry in the tragedy. Also, the TV screen showing the Dark Troopers and how they filmed it, especially the black and white, reminds me of the 1984 commercial by Apple Computers. Interesting. As he was brought into the bridge, Grogu seemed so out of it. The shackle must also drain you of the Force power. Interesting. Here, also the music seemed off for me. Really? Okay, the music, like you mean the Force theme-ish? I think the Force theme of this show, they also used it in whenever Baby Yoda uses the Force, I think they have a certain theme from season 1 episode 2 when he first leaves the Mudhorn, and I think it's a very similar theme. I'm not like very sure about the usage of music, but I think that it might be the same music. Okay, some people actually feel like Moff Gideon might be Force sensitive. Okay, if we thinking about his rank and his age, if he's Force sensitive, he's probably gonna be Inquisitor during the Empire time, and the fact that he's a Moff instead of Inquisitor, I do not think he's a Force sensitive. If he's a Force sensitive, I just feel like he might have a different title or a different role in the whole thing. It might be a thing that he hides, but we just don't know anymore. Okay. Luke enters the story. It might reminds me of Boba Fett entry in the tragedy. Oh, like you mean the ship that first coming in and like that makes sense what you mean. If he is, I think he will have shown you before. Why does China love Marvel not Star Wars? Good question. Okay. I have no idea how Chinese people work. Okay. We just get a little bit more into the issue. Star Wars starts a long time ago. I mean, like the whole cinematic universe thing, and we do not have much cinema and like TV back then. Back in China, like 70s and 80s, and everyone's still pretty poor, to be honest. And so we never had Star Wars. When people grow up, my parents, they do not know Star Wars. They know, they heard of it, but almost no one watches Star Wars. And then like when you release like Star Wars, it's like Star Wars 7, 8, 9, like in the recent couple of years, people are like, oh, it's already 7, I'm not gonna watch it because I never watched anything before. That's a big issue. For Marvel, they're just like releasing they are not releasing everything as a series. They're releasing everything like they're releasing everything like a single movie like Thor, like Captain America, and this recent couple years, starting like 2008, where everyone is like the cinema is becoming a popular thing among young people, and people start going to cinema and watch movies. While like when Star Wars started, there's no such thing. So it's easier for people right now to pick up Marvel like from the beginning. So if they watch Avengers back in 2012, they just continue all the way, right? Also, it's just like a snowball thing. If there's like one person in your group watching it, and everyone else, oh, it sounds cool, let's watch it. Yeah, it's a young people thing. There are a lot of people who started watching Star Wars because they feel like, oh, it's so old, it's like 40 years, it's like so many material to catch up, and I just like not enough friends to talk about it. Yeah, why does China love Marvel or Star Wars? A lot of things. Okay, good. Got to remember, I'm old, so the music has been something that I have to get used to. It's okay. Okay, I love hearing what you think of the music. The first time I heard the theme song from Mandalorian, I didn't even like love it. It's like the 10th listening to the theme song. I was like, oh, I actually enjoyed this quite a lot. I'm vibing with it. So like I understand where you come from. It's a very unique music they have for the whole show. I agree with you. I don't take it wrong. Like if I don't agree with you, doesn't mean like I'm dismissing it. I love hearing all the opinion, okay? I love hearing all of them. So yeah, I do like to hear about what you guys do not like about this show. Because it's important to recognize both good and bad. Like, both sides are very important. Well, I was like, if I have to do a review, I will definitely do everything about both sides. There's no way I'm just gonna say a movie is like all good. There must be something that could be improved. Okay. Dark Trooper pounding the blasting door reminds me of Rock'em Sock'em Robots boxing game as I was a kid. Just a side note. I have no idea what that is, but cool thing that actually reminds you of something. That's really cool. I have no idea what that is. I'm so sorry. The building of the tension with the music and then the lone X-Wing flying in while X-Wing Grey was safe, said by Cara Dune. Funny line, but at the point I was suspecting that they were introducing Luke Skywalker. I wasn't sold on it, but I fear that it is where they are going to go. When I saw the dark cloaks and robes was another telltale sign. Very true. I did not see the glove. I didn't either, actually. But when I saw the green lightsaber, it was a foregone conclusion that it was Luke. Now, did they CGI? Okay, I'm gonna stop here for a bit because I also want to talk about CGI later. Okay. Hi, Ronnie. You play Fallen Order, right? How do you like the music from the Who? What? That's I didn't really notice much the music. I was like, I enjoy it, but I did not like pay much attention to it as I was like very engaged in the fighting and trying my best not to die. Yeah, I want to know which part we are talking about. Anyway, I have the same thing like when we are talking about watching this, like just one X-Wing. I think that one X-Wing is like a big giveaway. I was like, who else will fly a single X-Wing without anyone else? I just don't know. Like at that point, I was like, can it be Luke? The thing is, I'm not sure if they are brave enough to make Luke appear. You know, it's still a thing that's like very possible, but I'm just not sure. Funny line, but okay, yeah. I also didn't see the glow, but I was like too excited, just too much vibing with like that time. But I definitely saw the green lightsaber and I lost my mind. At that point, it's like I'm pretty sure it's Luke, but I do not want to assume just in case I'm wrong. You know, what if like I'm so excited for it, but I'm wrong? I want to be cautious about it. So that's why I was like, there could be other possibility. You know, maybe it's Ezra. He also have a green lightsaber. Maybe it's like Quinlan Voss. You know, there are other possibility, but you know, it's most likely Luke. Yeah, I think that at that moment, the moment after the green lightsaber for me is to actually see his face. Ronnie said Mandalorian gonna fight Bo-Katan for dark saber. Yeah, actually I covered this earlier. I'm so sorry you wasn't here, but it's okay. Like I'm gonna release a video later. But I was talking about how I think that's gonna be Bo-Katan's choice, but I do not think they're gonna fight. I hope they're gonna kind of somehow make an arrangement, like agreement or something. I like to see more from the books. Which books? Like the EU books, or I mean like everyone wants to see some material that they're familiar with, but yeah. The more I have thought of being looked, the more I like they did it. Maybe on popular opinion, I definitely like it being looked because I do believe Luke is the one that makes most sense to be here. Because everyone else, if they appear, they have to explain why is this person here? Why did they survive? Why did they come back? Blah, blah, blah. Luke's the only person that can appear and go without explanation, without we diving into it. So we just do not need to explain anything to the audience, and we just know that was gonna happen. So I think Luke, actually, as brave as it seems, it's actually the easiest one to do. What do you think of the sequel trilogy? I'm hoping they get retcon, and I think there will be with Ahsoka Tano series based on the title image. Yeah, I also talked about it a little bit. I do not think gonna get entirely retcon because it's like 6 or 7 years of effort on Disney's like side. They're not gonna do that just entirely. And I know what you mean by Ahsoka's title image because it's word between word, but also keep in mind that the first time they used word between word, it didn't change a thing. Everything that Ezra did in the word between words was supposed to happen the first time. So I doubt it's gonna get retconned completely. But personally, what I would see, what I would love to see is a chance to have an alternate universe to validate different options, different going, because I really like the branch that going off with the EU that we have the solo twins. I love that part of the story. I love Thrawn being the heir to the Empire. I love Mara Jade, and I want those characters to also have a chance to live. So I was hoping they can like validate the different like maybe time branches kind of thing, but I'm not sure if they're gonna actually do it. Yeah, but I just don't know if they're gonna retcon them completely. I will hope that there will be something to do with it. What I think of the sequel trilogy is like, there are things I really like, there are things I really don't like. I think the biggest issue with it is the continuity. It's like they did not plan things at the beginning, and all the directors did not agree on one thing. That's like the big issue for me. And if they agree on something and they carry out the plans throughout the years, that's probably gonna be amazing, but it didn't, and it kind of sucks. Yeah, I doubt they're gonna retcon it completely, but I hope that maybe what they're gonna do is to have shows that fill in the blank, make a story make more sense. That's one thing they can do. I think Ezra's gonna be in the Ahsoka show. I'd like to see a Thrawn movie. Sure, Thrawn is a thing that's gonna be a hit and miss. It's hard to do Thrawn. It's hard to do him. And I just don't know how they're gonna. Okay, now that we know Thrawn's probably gonna be Ahsoka show's focus, so that's gonna be interesting. I wonder if they're gonna actually introduce live action Thrawn, but I want to see where they take it. Ezra's probably gonna be there too. You know what I want to see? I want to see Ezra and Thrawn back and Cheese. I want to see Cheese stuff. I really, really like it. After reading the newest book on Thrawn Ascendancy, I love that world. I love that setting. I want to know about their lore. That's like so interesting to me. And I think somehow maybe Thrawn can convince Ezra or maybe like kidnap him all the way back to Chiss, and they can like use Ezra's force power to actually help those people, and Ezra can show them different ways of the force to show them. Yeah, I just think it's a good idea to have Ezra there at Chiss, helping them fight the bigger enemies, the greater enemies. And then we have Eli Vento there, who is also a human, and maybe they can have like some sort of like brotherly relationship between each other. And like, Ezra and Eli Vento, they're like talking shit behind Thrawn's back. That would be very cool. Thrawn will be a big battle in the Ahsoka show. Yeah, agree. Yesterday I got my Luke lightsaber. Oh, congrats! That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, that would be great. Can you rank the appearance between Ahsoka, Boba Fett, Luke, and Bo-Katan? This is okay. Okay. I don't want to piss off anyone, but I did not grow up with Star Wars, so Boba Fett has a less effort on me than a lot more people. So I would say Boba Fett would probably be the least, just because like I'm not like crazy about him, and I also like expect him to appear before the whole season. So I would say like yeah, and the thing about Luke is like I love his entrance. It makes more sense. I will probably rank Ahsoka, Luke, Bo-Katan, and Boba Fett. Ahsoka is purely because I love Ahsoka, and I think she was done very well. So yeah, I really like it. The Thrawn books were good. The last one was on the cheese one. Yeah. That was one what I was talking about. The new trilogy, the Thrawn Ascendancy trilogy, Chaos Rising. I love the book. Among all the Thrawn book, the old trilogy, the new trilogy, and the newest trilogy, the 3 trilogy, minus the other parts, my least favorite is probably Treason. I did not enjoy that book as much just because I did not like the Empire stuff at all. So I was 13, 14 when I got into the Thrawn books. Wow, that's great. That's awesome. I started Stormbook like last year. Like it's only been a year since I read the books, and I was like completely in love with them. And yeah, I also convinced my friend to do it. I actually listened to the audiobook, and I recommend the audiobook so freaking much because they have like all the sound effect, and I just think Mark Thompson, was that his name, that the voiceover, he is so amazing, like to go with all the voices. They are so convincing. I love it. I love his performance on the audiobook. Maybe Ezra saving Ahsoka, they changed the future. If Ahsoka died to Vader, she could not point the Mandalore to Titan. I do not think that's what happened, because in season 2, at the end, we actually saw Ahsoka walking down. So I do believe at that point, War Between Worlds already happened. I think it's like sometimes the time travel has a thing that sometimes you just do not change. You start to change the past, but it's actually what's supposed to happen. I think that's the case here, because the thing is, like, we saw in season 2 at the end, we didn't really see what happened, but we saw that she walking down the triangle door, and I think that's what it means, that it's also always supposed to happen. And Grogu would have died staying with the Empire. Now he could stop Ben in the future or change look. Yeah. Yes, once again, I just don't think they actually changed the future back then, because I feel like that was always supposed to happen. That was like a fixed point. There are different people having different ideas, but yeah, we have to see. I'm not sure if they're gonna make War Between Worlds a big thing again, because it's a very, very, very dangerous thing to open up the possibility of time travel. When War Between Worlds came out, I saw people being really against it because it is time travel-ish. But what I like about it is that they closed the door immediately, and also they didn't really change the past. So I doubt it. It would be a cool thing if they are gonna go into the time travel thing. It would be very brave, in my opinion. Lol, now my son hates Star Wars because of what they did to Luke in Last Jedi. He was so sad we left the theater. Oh no. I hope your son like it better now that he is had a badass entrance, The audiobook is better. Oh, well, I do agree. I'm not sure, because a lot of people start with the book and I start with the audiobook. So it's a different type of enjoyment. I think the book leaves you more space to imagine your own space, own image, and audiobook is a great performance, almost like listen to a movie. Do you at least like Boba Fett now? Because I like Boba Fett. I just not crazy on him, and do I at least like Boba Fett now? I like him. Once again, I do like him. It's just there are so many other things I like. There are characters I do not like maybe here, and Boba Fett's up there. Okay, don't get me wrong. It's just if I compare to Ahsoka and Bo-Katan, there's no chance Boba Fett is gonna do a big thing to me. But I do like him. It's just comparing to other stuff. Okay, yeah. Okay. We still have a lot of things to do. Okay. Let's go past this part. Moff Gideon tries to kill Bo-Katan and Grogu and himself. Interesting move. Oh shoot, sorry. Love that Cara Dune block his blaster and knock him out. Good job, save him for later. He will get loose, but that's a story for another day. Yeah, totally. Totally agree. That I really like that Cara Dune is so determined and so quick on her action, and she just do that. No, my son still hates it. I'm trying to convince him to watch Mandalorian, but his little brother likes what's going on now outside the sequels. Oh, that's great. I like to see Aftermath 1, 2, 3 movies. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I don't want to piss everyone off. Just I heard other stuff. I heard people really don't like Aftermath, and I heard people really like Aftermath. That's why I was should I read it or should I not? But I heard it's really interesting, so I might just give it a chance. Also, I'm getting really busy recently, so I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna get a lot of time just listening to books and also read books, but I will definitely try. I'm gonna take a short break, like 1-2 minute break, because I've been talking for a long time, and yeah, I'll be right back, like 1-2 minute max. Please stay here, and yeah, see you in 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Aftermath is polarizing, but I like it. Give it a try. I like to hear hear your thoughts. Okay, sure. I agree. Have so many characters. Okay, interesting. Yeah. I will definitely like add that to my list. As I said, I'm really busy recently, and hard to get my youngest to get into Star Wars when there's Minecraft, Fortnite, and I did get Team Cyberpunk. Oh, but that's like a really advanced, like, okay. Yeah, I agree. There are so many games, but like Star Wars is also really awesome. You can like everything at the same time. Funny because I haven't played any of these 3 games. Okay. Next, let's see. I love it when Grogu was pining for Luke. When the X-Wing flew by, you can see his ear picked up little. Yeah, I really like that. That's like the telltale sign. Oh, this is a Jedi. Oh my gosh, a Jedi on an X-Wing. Yep. Then when Luke was mowing down the Dark Troopers, he reaching through the monitor was really cool. I agree. His allegiance to Luke was forming then. He could see the Force he could see how Force can be used and controlled by the action of a Master Jedi. The reveal of Luke, it was CGI a little bit off. Yeah, I didn't talk about the CGI, right? Yeah, okay. I want to talk about it a little bit. CGI a little bit off-putting, have you been honest? It was less and less the more I see it. Just the first look is so not real. I have a completely opposite. I saw the first look, it was really good. Okay, I'm gonna talk about later. I really wish they had cast Sebastian Stan and just touch him a little bit. Oh, I do not want to dwell on the negative. This is what they went with. I'm okay with it. Now I want to know. Let me stop here for a bit. Just talk about the CGI, because the CGI is something I can actually talk about. Funny thing is, I actually start CGI, and yeah, I my major is done on computer graphics, and for me, I look at it, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I don't know if it's just because I know how hard is it in the industry to do it, and they are doing it on a TV show or something. But my first instant is like, they definitely use CG and definitely not look real. And my first instant is like, oh my gosh, it looks so good. Okay, after I watched it a couple times, is that sorry about the mic and monitor. Okay. After I watched it a couple times, is that the still image looks really good. What's wrong is the movement. And I look a lot of times, and what I think is happening is that they did the deep fake. I do think it's a deep fake instead of just like acting. Because in the credits, there is a Jedi double and a stunt double for Jedi. So, which means I think the guy okay, there are people singing around on the internet that the Jedi double also do the face double, but I feel like that's like more like a movement double with the deep fake effect. So they both did de-age and deep fake. That's what I think. Because what's weird is not just his face is weird. The thing about what's weird is the edge of his face. That's like the weirdest part later. Weirdest part, like the edge of his face. So I do feel like that's a deep fake effect just because of that. The CGI was better than Rogue One. Yeah, certainly. The thing is about Rogue One is Leia, for example, still image not good. Already not good. While here, the movements are bad, but the still image is pretty good. If you just like stop it for a frame, I do think that it looks pretty good. It looked good. I hope they clean it up later on. Yeah, the best thing about CG right now is that you have every information stored. It's very easy if you have the budget to clean it up later. Totally, like there's no issue at all. So yeah, I do think, but I still think the episode 9 one actually looked better than this one. There's a lot of issue because I mean episode 9 have a much bigger budget than a TV show. So so like that could be like why they couldn't like perfect it. One thing I learned about special effect as an animation is like the work is never done. You can go years and years and years on a project like perfecting it just because there are new technology coming up. You just need time to do a lot of things. If something's done like if something's released in the theater, it doesn't mean it's perfect. There can be so many ways for the CG people for us to perfect it, and I do believe that they do have a time limit on this show and a budget limit. So I do believe from what they have, they did an amazing job. And I also saw other people saying like, I know there are always online people who did it better later on. Okay, I just to address that, I think you have a good point, but also I do not think those online people who remade everything is like make them just as real. They make it look better because there's a comparison. But if they just release what they made, like what they fixed, like the deepfake, whatever, if they just release it out there, it's not gonna look great either. It's just not like because if you have a comparison of this one and also I fix it, definitely the fix up one is gonna look better, but it's not gonna as natural as the real people. Like by no way, it's definitely not gonna be as good. So I do think they did a really good job in this show trying to like make his face look even better than Rogue One, which is also a movie and now this is a TV show. Remember that the budget is limited and there's more a time limitation. Episode 9, they have years of development years. This show has 1 year for 8 episodes. It's a short amount of time. They also have a bunch of other special effects to do. So I just think they did amazing job. Like there's definitely like possibility. In future, they're gonna touch it up. They're gonna fix him up a little bit more. It's all possible. But like they have the Lucasfilm, Disney have almost one of the best technology in the whole industry. They're so advanced in their CG making, in their all the creature making, just like really great. And I think they put a lot of effort in this. I saw so many people be pissed about the CG. I was like, are you kidding me? They look so much more better than before. What are you pissed with? Yeah, it might just be me because I really started it before and I think they did a good job. I really congratulate all the CG like artists who work on this show, and I think they did pretty good. Because even like I would say in like at least 5 years, there is not gonna be a CG that really looks like a real person. It's a slowly developing technology that's getting better year by year, but it's also very hard to make a human face. Human face is what we look at the most every single day. So a little bit off can be a big uncanny valley for everyone. It's like the hardest thing to make. It's just really hard. If you like want to make a creature, one never seen before, or like a cat. Cat is also like hard to make because sometimes you can see like the fake one. You can compare it to a CG cat or a real cat. You can just see. But like a human face is something that we saw almost every day, and it's just hard to make as real as possible. Just the movement is very hard, and if you take a lot of time put into this, a lot of money, you can probably make it, but no one has that kind of budget. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna read some comments, and especially we will see more Luke Skywalker in the future. That's the thing. I don't think we're gonna see more Luke Skywalker in the near future, because if we are gonna make this a big deal, they're gonna recast. And I'm actually glad they didn't cast Sebastian Stan. Not that I'm against him. I actually like him a lot, but while he looks like Luke Skywalker, I do not think he has the same vibe. I don't think he can pull that off completely. It just a personal thought. I really, really like him in the Marvel universe, but I just don't think he's like the greatest option. While if Mark Hamill is still alive, if we still have the technology for the deepfake or even like fix it up later, I think they will go with Mark Hamill instead of Sebastian Stan. I know so many people want him to be Luke Skywalker. Maybe in the future, yeah, totally. But like now, it's not really a good time. I just don't think it will happen. And the fact that they use the technology so expensive instead of recasting, it probably means that Luke is not gonna come back in a long time. Which one do you like most, Clone Wars or Rebels? Oh my gosh, this is hard. This is so hard. I do have a personal, very, very personal soft spot for Rebels. Oh gosh, Rebels and Clone Wars both have bad episodes. People are like, Rebels are childish. There are like so many things that doesn't make sense. But remember Clone Wars, they have Jar Jar Binks episodes that are like, okay, maybe it's a kids light, but I didn't really enjoy them. And they're like droid episodes, 4 episodes of all the droids on an adventure. While it might be cool, they have really bad episodes in both shows. What I love Rebels is that it is a show from the beginning to end that is a complete story with the limited amount of characters. While Clone Wars is a lot of people's story. It's about Anakin and Obi-Wan. It's about Ahsoka and Rex. And it's about the Domino Squad. It's about so many different people. And it's about the politics. There are so many politics with Padme. So many stuff happening in Clone Wars. If I have to say, what I personally like most is probably Rebels, just because I really, really love the crew, and I just think they did a good job with showing how Ezra is different from Anakin, like while making the choice of being selfish or selfless. Also, I used to say Rebels is my favorite right before the end of season 7 like release. The end of season 7 of Clone Wars just raised it to a different height, but Rebels will still be my favorite. I think I just like how the story is told as a whole. From the beginning, we have this kid and we have this family and everything. And the thing about Rebels, what I like most, is a lot of episodes people are like, oh, another filler episode. We don't want like a space whale. We don't want like this kid out of nowhere. Then almost everything come back together at the end. We have the crew with all the people we pick up. That's like what Rebellion is about. It's about we recruit people and we all come together at the end. I think that message was got through very well. And then we have like the whole idea of Kanan being the guidance. Kanan Lucy's side, and Kanan has his own development. Kanan gets to know what's best for himself, for the crew, and for Ezra, and he used his stats to tell Ezra that making a choice is important. You have to think of the whole image instead of making one selfish choice. I actually wrote something about it, but I never finished. Is that what's important about the Kanan stats, the whole 4 episodes from the Jedi Knight to the War Between Worlds, is that the whole 4 episodes is preparing Ezra for the ending when Palpatine was attempting him with his parents, with his image, like I can just give you this life if you open the gate. But the thing is, what Ahsoka and Kanan taught Ezra is that you have to see for the bigger image. If you save something for your personal wish, if you make a selfish movement, that is gonna affect everyone and it's just not gonna be great for everyone. It's gonna destroy all the people in your crew. So Ezra really learned from refusing that attempt to save his master, to later on he learned how to resist attempt to live with his parents again. So that's like what I like about Rebels. It's like the message goes through and it actually reflects the core of Star Wars, of light side, dark side, making choices. And what Anakin felt, what Ezra, with correct guidance, he succeeded. Ezra was not Aladdin. You are Aladdin. You are right. You are very right. I have to say Rebels for me, but I saw it before seeing Clone Wars. I love them both though. I definitely love them both. I love Clone Wars so much. It just Rebels, like for me, like also a lot of people hate Rebels. That's another reason that I love Rebels. So it's like, you hate Rebels, huh? Guess what? I love it. Yeah. How about any animated series about Luke and Grogu? I saw that possibility and I really like it. And the thing about animated show is that you don't have to care about the special effect and like all the money you spend on like the aging a person. You can just have the voice actor coming. That would be very cool. But they are like really doing a lot of projects right now, so I don't know if they're gonna have time to do it. But I love the idea so much. I think Grogu will go back to Mandalore, so they need to show Luke a little bit when it happens. That's true. When that happens, they're gonna show him a little bit more. But we're gonna see. I'm sure we're gonna see Ezra Bridger in the next few years. Where do you see his story going? Once again, my favorite thing, like I want to see is Ezra go to cheers with Thrawn. Maybe say both survive the crash, and Thrawn is like, you know what, I'm kidnapping you, and like maybe through the way Ezra can see a different side of Thrawn, that he actually cares for more for his people more than the Empire, and maybe he agrees to go back and maybe Ezra will meet those Skywalkers in cheese, the little girls with force using ability. Maybe Ezra can teach them, because in cheese there's no other people with force ability than the young girls, and maybe he can be someone to guide those young girls. He can be there like helping them to defeat a greater threat in the galaxy, and maybe like they can help each other, I think. So that's why I was a little bit with the decision of bringing Thrawn back with Ahsoka episode. I just felt like he is better off with his cheese people instead of just still doing all the Empire business, But yeah, also like just weird. Like I just don't know where they're going. I definitely hope he's back with cheese. I want to see some cheese stuff, Ronnie, you said I like him. I like him too. He's really cool. He's definitely cool. Jedi Knight is very, very high on like all my animation Star Wars like episode list. That was a really good ending. Ezra knows about the veil, of course. Anyway, I think that's about CG, and we got off topic, but that's great. This is what I went on with it. Now I want to the story is going to tell when Mando asks if he was a Jedi. That was still be a line. I know he doesn't really understand the ancient race of the enemy sorcerers, but he just witnessed the force being unleashed on all the dark troopers in the way he can only understand, having beaten one of them barely. Yeah, true. But also he knows nothing about Jedi. He's like, oh, he knows nothing about the force. It's like, oh, magic hand, magic ball stuff. Yeah. So like he probably have to be sure, just to be sure, Also think Jared's like really dumb on some stuff. He's just like really bad like on history. He just doesn't understand everything about Mandalore, the history. He's really good on language though. He has like language talent. Did you read Year to the Empire with Thrawn? Yeah, I read the old trilogy. Actually, I listened to the old trilogy audiobook, and I listened to the new trilogy, and I listened to Thrawn Ascendancy, Chaos Rising. So all 7 books. Oh wait, I didn't finish Treason because I didn't like it. I was halfway through Treason. I was like, it's not really doing it for me. I just don't care about Empire business. I really, really like the Year to the Empire trilogy. That was like, there will definitely be a special place for it for me. I do think the Thrawn back then is a little bit different with Thrawn that Timothy Zahn is writing right now. But the animation Thrawn is a lot more in line than the old Thrawn than the new Thrawn, which is weird because the new Thrawn is actually canon. But I just don't know what they agree with Dave Filoni and Timothy Zahn. So I do think it's a little bit different. Mando saying that Grogu didn't want to go, but then Luke saying he's asking for permission. I like that. His hesitation is natural. Yeah, I think the part is like Mando is a little bit like projecting. Like he's like, oh, maybe he doesn't want Grogu to leave. So he's like, oh, maybe he doesn't want to leave and just want to voice it. But Luke is like, sorry, but that's the truth. He's just asking for permission. the taking off her Mando's helmet so Grogu can see his papa was truly touching. It is very touching. This is a way indeed. This is such a powerful scene. It changed his very orthodox understanding of the creed, which we know he needed to. He took it off in front of IG-11, not a living being. Then when he was with all the Imperial, who was dead, and Mayfeld, who says he never sees face, obviously lying, but he covering for him. But now in front of Bo-Katan of everyone, he cannot hold to the creed with such obstinacy. Oh gosh, I hate reading, sorry. As before, he truly had grown through his interaction with Grogu. He's definitely in a better place than when we first met him. Loved Grogu actually touched his face like the little children do to their parents, also closing off his eyes. It's really touching to see. Okay, team made strong. You are right. I just think, Timothy wrote Throne here back then, and Timothy wrote Throne here, and I think the focus shifted a little bit because back then we don't have all the cheese lore, and right now we do. What's going on with Dave Filoni is he grew up with the old trilogy, and he tried to create his Throne as close as to what he remembered from his childhood. However, Timothy Zahn is taking a little bit different path for Thrawn to be this person who is like spying for the cheese people at the Empire, to be someone who's most loyal to his people than to the Empire. He's actually is to save all the people, the cheese people, and yeah, it just like the Thrawn stuff is a little bit. I just don't know where they're going. I have to wait and see. Everyone who reaction cried, your reaction was great. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I also saw other people's reaction. I agree. That was a touching moment. You know what I love most about this scene is that, okay, he took it off in front of IG-11. He didn't took it off. IG-11 took it off for him, right? That's like the first time. Second time, he took it off with Auto Imperial because he has to. He's like, it's a life or death situation. He has to. He is under the pressure. He has to take it. What's great about here is that no one is forcing him. No one is like saying you have to do it. No one's taking it off help for him. He's doing his all by himself. That's what's important. First time he took it off, someone took it off him. And it's not a living being. Second time he has to, because it's a life or death situation. He has to do this for his son. This time there's no danger. There's like no one threatening him. Because before we were talking about maybe he will take it off in front of Grogu again, but it will be another, maybe he will have to take it off to put the helmet around Grogu to save him something. It might be a very dangerous situation. He have to take it off for like heroic moment. I saw a lot of speculation like that, but what I love here is that there is no danger, no threat, no one forcing him to do it. He just took it off by himself. That's more powerful than he has to do it in a dangerous situation because it's his own institution. He decided to do it. Yeah, that was really great. Also, like I saw people said that this is also Luke witnessing another father do like taking off his helmet to see his son like with his own eyes for the first time, to prove that he is not like a murder machine under that helmet, under that armor, which gets me really teary because just think of how like the emotional impact in all the action, and looks like seeing that, also witnessing that after like 5 years. It's just great parallel. Like it's like poetry, it rhymes, right? What Star Wars movie you didn't care for? Oh, good question. What Star Wars movie I didn't care for? 8 and 9, to be honest. 8 and 9 has least impact in the whole story, and I just feel like they can go better otherwise. What if the Emperor can be defeated before 2 goes to Exegol? But they already have a couple different clones ready, right? So that will retcon the sequels. Yeah. I just don't know if they're ready to retcon everything. It's a big thing among the fans because they see the opportunity, and I know a lot of people do not like the sequels, so they're like, oh, let's retcon it. But also consider that there are a lot of people who like the sequels, and I just want to respect everyone. I don't want them to like be like, oh, this is not legend anymore, but we love it so much, you know. I think they will work a way around it instead of Ever watched the Star Wars holiday special? I watched it last birthday. Last year birthday. I watched it with a friend. We got super drunk and we made it 2/3 in, and we just couldn't bear it anymore. But I finished it later on and by myself, and oh my gosh. I still haven't watched the Lego one. I do intend to watch that with my friend who watched the first holiday special with me. It's just like a special thing between us. I considered making a reaction, but I kind of just want to watch it with my friend. Please understand that's really a friend thing. I really like that. So yeah, there's the holiday special. Yeah, I did watch it. Well, I also watched it for my birthday, which is great. What did I think of Leia? I love Leia. I love Leia. She's so cool. And in 77, having this a badass lady who is taking charge. And the thing about, even in the first movie, she's like, oh, you guys are saving me, but I can save myself. I'm saving your ass out of here. In the corridor when everyone's shooting, that was a moment that really doing it for me. I really like her. How do you find more handsome? Han Solo, Luke Skywalker and Anakin and Obi-Wan. How do you find more handsome? Oh, which one is more handsome, you mean? Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anakin and Obi-Wan. Okay. I really like Hayden and Ewan. Ewan McGregor, he I think Anakin I think Hayden is more handsome, but Ewan McGregor has a really great charm that I love it so much, and he has great singing voice. I love Moulin Rouge so much. Okay, but yeah, so probably Anakin, Obi-Wan, Luke, and Han Solo. Okay, once again, I have nothing against Mark Hamill and Han Solo. I have nothing against them, but Anakin and Obi-Wan are high there. You have to get drunk to watch it. That is hilarious. Yeah, I agree. She was having cocaine when she sang the song. Oh, really? That was priceless. Jeez. The holiday special did give us Boba Fett. You are very right. I actually think the animated part is the best part in the whole holiday special. I really do like the animated part. A drunk me, I bet you're silly. Maybe one day I will do a drunk stream, maybe on my next birthday or something. But you have to wait most part of the year for it. Yeah. I do want to do maybe a drunk stream in the future sometime, but I will send you a video that they finally did a women's organization about empowerment of women. I watched that. I totally watched that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I watched all the Dave Filoni video available ever. Yeah. In the original trilogy, Dave Filoni really knows about Star Wars. Dave Core, yeah, true. He also talked about he got that inspiration from Lord of the Ring, which is really cool. Lord of the Ring, I like it. I'm not an expert. I know a lot of people who are expert, but I have to say I really like it, and it's something I will probably watch it again by the end of this year, just because I haven't watched it. You have to pay for that. Oh jeez. Yeah, I do intend to do maybe a drunk streams sometime. I can't say soon because I live at home and my mom don't really want me to drink. But I think a drunk stream can be very funny. Dress like Princess Leia if you're drunk. Oh, I do not have Princess Leia costume, but I do have a Jedi costume. I'll put that on. I do want to do other cosplay, but right now I'm a little short on money. I'm not sure, but I have no income. But I'm gonna get a job. I'm gonna get some money. I'm probably gonna have more stuff coming up. I do plan to go to a celebration in the future. That's why I have to plan some costumes. What I really want to do is Dr. Afra. I think she's so interesting, and her costume is not hard to make at all. So, and I'm Asian, so I was like, hey, that's that's a good thing for me to cosplay. Do you ever Comic-Con? Yes, I do. Last one I went is last year at Dragon Con in Atlanta, which is a great experience. I would recommend that to everyone. If you like Comic-Con, Dragon Con is a special thing because it was hosted among the hotels, 5 or 6 hotels. And the best thing is you can just go upstairs and sleep. And the thing is because people just basically live there. they just go all night partying. So if you want to quiet sleep, maybe like find a place somewhere else in the town. But like if you want to party the whole day, a whole night, just gonna pay some more money and live at the hotel. It's seriously like I left like at like 10 p.m. People are still partying, and apparently they go on through the night at like and then like 2 or 3 a.m. they're still like doing it. Maybe Mulan better for me. Oh, interesting. Apparently not a new Mulan because I have some other stuff. Because as a Chinese, I do not really enjoy the new Mulan, but maybe the old one. Dr. Aphra is awesome. Wish they would do more novels about her. I'm not a big comic book fan. I got you. Yeah, I do hope they can do novels about her. I read some comics. There's one that I really do recommend reading is the one with Luke Skywalker. Like, if you ever like have to pick a Dr. Aphra comic to read, beside the one with Darth Vader, I would definitely recommend the one I forgot the name, the Shattered Citadel or something, the Citadel one. I would definitely recommend that one because that drawing of Luke Skywalker is so handsome. I lost my mind. It's like one of the most pretty Luke Skywalker I've ever seen in a comic book. I go to Long Beach Con. Oh, nice. Ever visit San Diego? Nope. No money, no chance. It's a great effort if you ever like have to go to SDCC. But sure, I do want to. But the thing about SDCC is that why it's cool. It's a lot of announcement. One of my friend went there and she didn't have a great time because it is a lot of people and a lot of just a lot less partying, a lot more about announcement about like just more formal stuff. So comparing to her experience and what I had at DragonCon, I would recommend DragonCon because it's really a lot more like partying. Big and wide. Yeah. I partied quite a bit in college. Right now I just don't drink anymore, which is a pity, but I listened to you listened to the audiobook. Yeah. That was actually about the same thing as a comic with Darth Vader stuff. Yeah, that was really cool. I haven't finished that because something happened, but like yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like I was like only an hour left, but that was really cool. I really liked the voice acting in that audiobook. I would definitely. It's impossible to go into SDCC now. It is. Well, there's COVID and there's like before COVID it's also impossible. People like lining up for days for that. It's just insane. My friend went because like she got invited from another friend, blah 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 blah. That's like a lot of issue. But like she got there like really by chance and I'm not that lucky. So I might just never go. I'm okay with other Comic Con. Also went to the small local Comic Con and Fan Expo actually, and I did not like that just because it's so small and there's like almost no one to talk to things about, and it's very very like small scale, and I just do not enjoy it as much. My favorite Comic Con or like any con experience is Dragon Con. I really do enjoy DragonCon a lot. It's always every year. It's Labor Day weekend. I would definitely recommend if anyone goes. Like definitely recommend. Got the original Star Wars comics. Oh, cool. Lost Stars, great book. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about Lost Stars. I'm definitely. I should definitely watch it. Or read it. Sorry. Oh, jeez. Yeah. A lot of good material, like here and there, and there's High Republic coming up. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go into that. I'm gonna wait for the reviews, actually. Yeah, but anyway, I definitely want to do some, like, cosplay stuff in the future. My friend, last Comic Con, I dressed up as a character in the Love, Death, Robots. Also, someone actually looked like me. My friend did a Dark Side Leia, and she was so good. I did like some makeup with her, and I saw her like putting the costume together. That was an amazing experience. Yeah, so I would definitely want to go back to Comic Con once everything's over because I just have a great time over there. There's no Comic Con in Europe at all. I'm so sorry. That's so sad. Oh no. Oh yeah. Well, come visit US someday. Well, You have a friend who welcomed a few last Transformers movies, so he gave me a pass to get in. Wow! So I have to pretend to be him when I went to the last one. Oh my gosh, that's amazing! I'll be reading all the High Republic books. I'll keep you in mind. Tell me what I'll tell you what I think. Oh, great! That's awesome. Yeah, sure, definitely. I will certainly recommend that. Sorry. So I will certainly welcome that. I was like misspoke. Anyway, yeah, that was great. Yeah, I will definitely go back to. I will really want to go to Celebration one day. That sounds like a great time for like Star Wars fans, but also just to go to maybe I will really want to go back to Dragon Con. Atlanta is a long way from where I am. I have to fly all day to get there, but honestly, I think it's worth it. Yeah, also it's always great to go with some friend. Never go to the Comic Con alone. It's gonna be super sad. Yeah, Dragon Con also have a lot of big names coming in. So last year I went there and I met like David Tennant. I met Zachary Levi and many other people, I think. Oh, also Timothy Zahn. I took a picture with him. I got him to sign the cover, sign the Heir to the Empire. That was quite good. I also there are a lot of great things happening at Dragon Con. I would definitely recommend that. Also, Dragon Con, I believe, is not a part of Comic Con. It's actually very much fan run. I think they actually like people like don't need to pay to like come here or something. They are actually just required to like hold a panel or whatever. So it's like really cool to see how Dragon Con just basically run by fans. It's not Comic Con. Yeah, I would certainly recommend Dragon Con. It's so cool. Let's continue with the list. The RT win the day. Was he possibly one of the spirited Grogu away from the temple? That there seemed to be some sort of recognition going on between the two of them, enough so that Grogu was willing to leave Mando and go to Luke. Also, remember that R2 was at the temple all the time during the Clone Wars period because he was Anakin's droid. So it's very likely that R2 actually knows Grogu from before. The same way. Oh, not the same way. Sorry. Yeah. R2 probably knows Grogu from before, and R2's memory was never wiped, right? So that could be. Dark Disciple was a great book. Yeah, it is. I also listened to the audiobook. Yeah, I really like it, but I know people who didn't like it because I think there are people who like the comic stuff with Quinlan Voss, which I actually know nothing about, so I can't really comment on that. But I do enjoy that book. The end credit scene seems a lot more like a comic version of Boba Fett. Yeah, that's what I heard too. The ruthless and dangerous bounty hunter with very loose morals, enough to actually run a crime syndicate. Left vacant by Jabba the Hutt and Biff's Fortuna, which get fat and sassy. Do you guys notice that it's also voiced by Matthew Wood? Because I saw that and I saw it in the credits. I was like, wait a second, when did that happen? And then there's like a post credits scene. I was like, oh, now that makes sense. RT probably did meet him. Who's RT? Also, Grogu and Anakin are same age. Yeah, you are right. Crazy to think about that. When announced the Book of Boba Fett, I read it literally since I tried to read all the canon books. I was so pumped for it. Yeah. I also saw a lot of people think the Book of Boba Fett means the book of Boba Fett. But personally, I think it's more like symbolism, just the names. Then later I realized watching another people's reaction, I realized they just had announced a TV show. Yeah, it's not confirmed. Nothing is confirmed. But I do think it's not the show, it's in the book. I think the book is just a way to call the show, you know? Now my question is this. In the Disney Investor Day, they announced the Mandalorian Season 3 Ahsoka TV show, the Ranger of the New Republic TV series, and now the Book of Boba Fett TV series? Or are they calling the Season 3 of Mandalorian the Book of Boba Fett? A little confused. Yeah, that question is answered as from the artist. It's probably going to be a different show. Little confusion on my part. But I definitely understand where you come from when you leave the comments, yeah. I was hoping for 4 separate TV shows, same. But if they actually release 2 Star Wars shows at the same time in December, yeah. Well, we answered that question, so we have to wait and see. I think they're gonna announce everything in the next couple weeks. Obviously, Grogu aged much slowly. Yeah, true. So R2 likely meet him a number of times, as did everyone else around at the same time. Maybe Grogu will talk when he meets Mando again. I hope so. I want to hear how he talks. I want to know if it's a Yoda thing to talk everything backwards, or is it like a species thing that the brain just wired differently with like the grammar. I'm guessing Yoda is his father, or at least knew of Grogu. It's hard. It's weird to think of Yoda having a baby. I know we call him Baby Yoda, but it's just weird. It's very weird. Or it can be like Yado's child. Yado just never appeared later. I don't know. I was also very surprised by the director choice. I actually don't know the director. Anything you guys know? I probably know some work, but I do not know the name. I was hoping for Jon Favreau. I think he would done a better job. Okay. I have no opinion on that. Seriously, just no opinion. Throughout the whole episode, I felt the dialogue and portrayal of the dialogue seemed off. On subsequent viewings, it feels less off-putting, but the first time seemed fan film-ish, in my opinion. I truly wish they had introduced Cal Kestis as a Jedi or Jedi Master by that time to train Grogu. I don't think they will introduce Cal Kestis now, just because the game is still in the making and they are still not sure where this story is going, I think. Because remember when Luke was the last Jedi around that time. Now we know that Ezra just got eaten out of the the universe ish. We have no idea what Cal Kestis is ending up. So I just don't know. I just don't know if Cal is gonna appear. But also, Cal Kestis is like 40 something at this point, and the actor is pretty young. Like we saw in the games, and he's like the same age as in the game. So I doubt he's gonna appear. The Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian seasons are two different things. Yeah. I guess the same thing. Yeah, I think I agree that it's gonna be two separate things. Yoda and Yaddle had a baby. Yeah, totally. Oh, it's the Ant-Man movie, the director. Oh, yeah. I know that before. I just forgot about the names. There's gonna be a Fallen Order too. Yeah. Who is better, Marvel or Star Wars? Oh, that's hard. Marvel has like 70, 80 years of history. If you talk about cinematic universe, I liked Marvel until Avengers 1. And after that, I have a lot of issue with the storytelling and the other stuff. So, yeah, I do hope Marvel's gonna do something else, because I did not enjoy the last couple episodes with Marvel. I had a lot of issue with Infinity War and Endgame, just a lot of issues. So I'm not gonna go into that, because I think a lot of people actually love it a lot. But personally, I have some issue with it. The same way I have issue with Star Wars sequels. There are moments I like, but there are also a big reason I do not like them. I think. Oh my gosh! Thank you for the super sticker. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Hope you enjoyed this stream. I think R2 might actually know Grogu. He was the Jedi Temple around a lot. Yeah. I think R2 knows the Grogu the way that, because he is in the Jedi Temple a lot. Yeah. Or there's another theory that R2 might save the Grogu, because R2 was at the temple with Anakin, right? I don't remember anymore. Yeah. I think Damian Lewis can play Cal Kestis. He was from Homeland. Oh, interesting. I will look him up later. Yeah, if they have to introduce Cal Kestis in the older version, probably needs a different actor. But I think they still have to deal with the issue that some other Jedi is not around during the time Luke has to become the only Jedi to defeat the Emperor. So I wonder how they're gonna do that, because everyone thought Ezra gonna die, because Kanan's gonna die, Ezra gonna die, because there's no Jedi left. Well, Kanan died. Everyone knows Kanan's gonna die, so that's no surprise. But Ezra just got eaten across the universe, like across the galaxy, and nowhere to be found. So okay, that's the issue solved. So, and Ahsoka's no longer a Jedi, as we know. Apparently Dave was not happy. It's like fans are too picky on that line. It's not so strict. So yeah. Where do I? Oh, thank you, Robert. Thank you so much. Where do you think Boba Fett will go from here? Oh, I think it might be very interesting to see how the underworld is doing at this time. Do we know anything that's like happening right now, like happening during that time for the underworld? Because I do not think usually the underworld, the crime syndicate stuff, it's during the Empire stuff, right? Like we have the Solo movie, and right now I just don't know. I think the Book of Boba Fett is actually gonna go more into the crime syndicate stuff, the underworld, and how that is happening, how that side of the society is happening right now. Because if we have Mandalorian focusing on the Mandalore stuff and also a little bit more about bounty hunter stuff, right? And then we have Ahsoka being focusing on the Force stuff or the Empire stuff, and there's a Ranger of the New Republic focusing maybe on the politics stuff. And so we can have this side exploring the whole scale of 5 years after Return of the Jedi, of like this part being focusing on the underworld, on the crime syndicate. We can have a full scale of what's going on in the whole universe right now. That would be very, very awesome. More of an anti-hero. Yeah, I would think so. The thing is, they introduced him right now in this show as an honorable man, as a man who kept his promise. So that's a lot different. That's a brand new start. We have no idea where this is gonna go. So, actually, crime law. I'm thinking of both, because he is keeping his promise here. So I just don't know how he's gonna act. Maybe he will be like honorable crime law, like underworld law, not a crime law, but like someone who has some sort of creed that he follows, but also is ruthless when he needs to be. Yeah, I like that idea. Oh. Oh, Robert Young, thank you. Love the reaction. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys so much for the super chat and super sticker. That was very, very nice of every one of you. I'm gonna continue reading like the comment here, and we're just gonna send in your question. I love them. I truly wish they had introduced. Okay, this part. Then his box wouldn't be so boxed in. Also, the introduction of a game player into a live action would be great. I have no idea who this character is. Adding Versio. I have to look it up. Will be next. Oh, is it also a game character? We also need to bring Admiral Sloan from. Yes, I think it's very important because right now we have her being from the books to games, right? It's easier if we have like different different like part of the material coming in all together. That would be very interesting. Also, Peyton Reed, is this the way to say it? With the director of the one with all the space spiders in Dr. Mandible. Oh, okay. Oh. Yeah, okay. Have you watched the the Hall of Justice stream today? It's 15 minutes. David Junkie was going to Zack Snyder. Oh, really? I'm probably gonna watch it later. I have no idea that was happening. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna lie. I woke up like 3 in the afternoon. I was like, oh gosh, I have to like stream at 4. So yeah, I have some like sleep issue, and I sleep really late. I woke up really late, and hi Aiden, hope you are doing great today. And I haven't even got to your question. Aiden Versio from Battlefront 2. That makes sense. I never played that. There are games like Battlefront 2, I feel like it's better to play with friend, and I have no friend. Yeah, also I'm going slowly with a squadron, just because I'm going slowly with the story mode to learn how to pilot. You know how in Star Wars everyone's like, I'm the best pilot in the galaxy, and there's me, who's probably like the worst pilot in the galaxy. I'm like very slowly trying to get a hand of all the things happening. So that was like, I'm just okay, take my time to pilot the thing. I'm actually not a bad driver in real life, pretty good. It's just really hard in squadron, and I hope I can find maybe more friends who will play it. Yeah, I like playing games with my friends. Like, I love playing Among Us, but I just don't have enough lobby here. I just have like one people usually just invite me to a lobby, and it's like every 2 weeks, but I want to play that a lot. If anyone has a lobby, have an Among Us lobby, I want to play it. Anyway, okay. Okay, now we are going up to some questions now. Graph Filler, that's your question. If Grogu is now being trained with Luke, he has to improve rapidly and leave sometime before the events of Ben Solo and the destruction of Jedi Academy. No one wants to see Grogu die that way. Same, yeah, I do not think he's gonna die. Does he improve so significantly and master the Force and leave? Where does he go? Remember that he already has a bunch of training in him. He, like Ahsoka said, he was trained in the Jedi Temple. Even if he is still a baby, we saw that he has some ability of controlling the Force. He is not having like Force like accidents. He is also not entirely using it as an instinct. He is actually using them when he wants to. So he does have a lot of training, and he decided not to do it to hide his identity, right? So I would say that it's probably gonna take less time than average people. Okay. Michael, thank you for the reaction. Thank you. Yeah, I will see if there's more reaction I want to do in the future. I do want to do some analysis like videos in the future soon. I do have some idea of the Mandalorian season 2 analysis video, but I really want to share you guys with what I think. Thank you guys for like the for liking my reaction video. I sure want to make more reaction video in the future. Hopefully there's gonna be a live show. I find it easier to do with live shows, but we'll see. The recording show gave me more time to actually like editing it, so where did he go? Why wasn't he involved in the sequel trilogy? And we all know why he wasn't in real life. Yeah, I mean, okay. Oh, okay. Thank you for the comic book rag movies. Thank you for the link. Yeah, I will check that out after I finish this stream. I want to finish it. Yeah. I'm towards the end now. So let's answer some questions, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit more. But they need to reduce the Star Wars movies. Maybe in a couple of years, maybe they will release like a special edition and like change something. Bad Batch reaction, totally, definitely. Star Wars will definitely be on my list. Just like the between times, I'm not sure. I will see if I want to do something else, or there will be. If you like see me playing games, follow me on Twitch. I'm gonna stream on Twitch, stream some games. I'm gonna stream here, and also gonna do some other variety stuff here and there to change up the content and stuff. Yeah. I do not want Grogu to die. I do not think Grogu is gonna die. Oh, Sam, thank you. Goodbye, and thank you for dropping by. I do not think Grogu's gonna die. I think something's definitely gonna happen. It's like 20 years in between. I think something's definitely gonna happen between now and when Ben Solo destroyed the Academy. I do think Grogu's actually gonna be back at the story pretty soon. Before everything, we are gonna see him again in The Mandalorian for sure. I want him to learn the Force and be able to speak and go off on a journey with our Din Djarin, something like that. That would be okay. That would be cool. Rian Johnson has some good things, but he also disagree with the big image. So Rian Johnson, is he a good director? He is a good director, but I'm not entirely with his decision with Star Wars. If The Last Jedi is a totally individual movie, then I will probably okay with it. But seeing that it is a Star Wars movie, and I do not think he did a good job with some decision that he made with the Star Wars. No Star Wars question. Would you maybe do anime reaction? Actually, kind of unlikely. To be honest. Just because I haven't watched any anime for a long time, and they are usually very long. So it's probably more likely that I will gonna do some more comic book stuff or game related stuff. Rian Johnson is a good director for no Star Wars movie. It's true. If you haven't watched Knives Out, it's really, really good. It's totally just completely great. And that was the moment I realized he's a good director, but he didn't make good choices with Star Wars. You need to get Twitch. You only got Facebook. You do not need account to watch on Twitch, I think. You can just click on my link and like watch it. I do not think you need to get account to watch on Twitch, but yeah, it's not that hard. It's not, you can just like get account and never do anything about it. And Twitch is, why do I use Twitch? Is that if I want to if I want to stream some games, it's actually easier for other people to discover it. For YouTube, if I go live, it's probably just the audience is mostly my subscribers, but Twitch opens me up to other possibility, to like strangers who just want to watch the game, and they can find my channel through that method. That's why I do some discussion stream here, because it's mostly gonna be about this channel. And also I just if I do like just chatting stuff on Twitch, no one's gonna find me, so I love doing stuff here. And on Twitch, it's mostly that's gonna be like just game streaming, but I do plan to bring all my videos here to YouTube as well. I'm probably gonna have like a Twitch VOD channel, a separate channel to store all the things from there. Yeah, I will update you guys in the future, but this stream is definitely gonna stay up, and I plan to make the other one available too. Yeah. Grogu leaves for either reason. His attachment for Mando is too strong, or he fails in his training, or leaves for the dark side user. That means Luke is not a very good teacher. Do you really want to settle Luke with another disappointment for his legacy? In the sequel trilogy, yeah, I do believe Grogu is gonna leave because he finished his training, you know? I think he's gonna come back. I think he's gonna come back like throughout the Mandalorian. Maybe come back once here and here, but continue his journey, to continue his training. But I do believe he's gonna complete his training. Like, I do not want him to become a dark side user, but we have to do something about attachment. Attachment is a big thing about Star Wars, because attachment is why Anakin fell, but then attachment can also do good thing. We saw that Kanan has attachment, has a love for Hera, yet he made a good decision. It's like you have to find a balance between the attachment and the dark side and the light side. What you choose. You're my favorite reactor. You got love for Star Wars. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Downfall must be from Moff Gideon. It's okay if people don't like my stream, my video. I'm okay with it. I just wanna like share my thoughts with people. I'm already surprised. There are so many of you guys supporting me. It's like already beyond like my expectation. Thank you guys so much just for being here. It's like a great thing for me. Thank you. A Grogu movie, you know, why not? Okay, I can watch like 12 hours of Grogu just being adorable, like being in a corner. If they can just like have someone to control the puppet for like a long video, 2-hour film, like doing silly stuff, I'm totally okay with it. I can just watch Grogu doing like crazy stupid stuff for like hours. No issue. If Grogu dies during the purge of, which I don't think he will die, if he dies during the purge of the Jedi Academy, then Star Wars fans will revolt. Yeah. So certainly. How could Ben Solo and the Knights of Ren take on Luke Skywalker and a better trained Grogu? Don't think that would happen. I do believe that at that point, Grogu is gonna leave the academy, and it's gonna be. He's gonna be on the journey, maybe. Like with Mando's gonna get older, maybe they will have like retirement life, eating frog eggs. No, not frog eggs. Yeah. That's actually one thing that I didn't really like much about this season. It's like I'm not like saying that he's eating alive or whatever, because those are just eggs. It's like the eggs we eat. I'm not too strict on that, but I do not like take other people's misery for humor. That's a big thing I'm against. I know there's a lot of comedy show. The comedy is based on like other people's misery, and I do not enjoy that. That's why I think the new generation of like humor, like comedy stuff, is doing better, because it's no longer based on other people's like misery. That's the one thing that I didn't like from that episode, just because I do not want to see another people being miserable and we have to think this is funny, you know. You're a great Star Wars analysis person. Thank you. Knowledge is great, and I learned something new at each of your reactions. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind words. Yeah, Yeah, by the way, I just really like your comments later. I also read it, just like to have different side of people talking about this is like really great. I want to hear like what you guys like, what you guys do not like, because it's important to know the both side of everything. Like if you think the CG is bad, that's okay. I think it's good, but you think it's bad, that's okay. Which means they have space to improve. Everything bad happens for a reason, and it happens because so we know that in the future we know how to improve. Like the sequel trilogy, not fans are like angry because they are not consistent, they are not focusing on idea, and now the Mandalorian took the lesson from them, and they are like co-op with all the directors together. They are making a whole show together. They have the idea, they carry through. So that's a good thing. That's a great thing that they learned from the past. So every mistake they make right now is something good for the future, right? So it's good to voice your like dislike. If you have something people like, oh, there are too many fan service in the show, which I have no issue about. But if someone's saying that, they have to listen. If a lot of people saying that, it's a deal that some people are not comfortable with so many fan service, which is like people have different opinion, but it's good to to hear the different part of the thing. As long as the fandom is not toxic, just do not attack on the actor actress. That was like the thing that really saddens me, to see how people hate on real people just because like character stuff, or like just like attacking them. Is not even like saying, oh, your acting is bad. It's saying like you are discussing like that kind of thing. That's really really troubles me to see a fandom acting like this. Like discussing the plot issue, discussing character issue, that's okay. Like personally, I think like while Mando got a good character development this season, I think Cara Dune's pretty blank. It's pretty like nothing happened with her. We just have her as a useful person that in the corner that we can use at the sometime. So I don't think there's a lot of development with this character, and I hope there's more something like that happens. So yeah, I'm just glad we got Star Wars. Same, I am glad we got Star Wars. This is very good. And I'm gonna close off with Aiden's. I don't know if Aiden's already still here. He asked if I have any celebrity crush. So many. Okay. I do like Ewan McGregor a lot. I watch a lot of his movies, even like the early movies and like some ridiculous movies. And yeah, I like his acting. I love his singing a lot. I also really like Elliot Page. I like them from Inception and all the way like to right now to Umbrella Academy. I like them a lot. Top 10 favorite foods. Jeez, that's a lot of food. Okay, I'm gonna list a couple I like. I like chocolate. I like a lot of fruits. I basically eat fruits every day. I like fruits a lot. So chocolate and fruit is something I can't live without. Everything else is fine. I do eat a lot of more vegetables than like average North American people, I guess. Just because I'm raised Chinese and the Chinese do eat a lot of vegetables. Moulin Rouge is pretty neat. It is pretty neat. I usually stop watching it after they finish like the last song, right before like Satine died. So I don't need to face the tragedy. So I was like, okay, that's the end of the movie. Everyone's happy, yay! What they did with Kelly Mary Tran, yeah, that was so uncalled for. Yeah. I know. Also, what they did with Jake and Ahmed. Yeah, also with Hayden. Like, I'm glad that like right now they're being accepted in the fandom right now. Like, Ahmed Best has his show with the kids, which is really cool. If you guys want to check it out, it's called something like a Jedi Academy, Force Academy, something. It's on YouTube. It's free. It's like so fun seeing the kid doing the challenges with like Star Wars theme. I was like, can I be a kid? Can I sign up? That was really cool. And Kelly is also doing something else, I think. And Hayden's back with Obi-Wan show. So I'm glad the fandom is a lot more like accepting these days, and I just want to show support for all the characters. Oh, Jedi Temple Challenge, that's the name. Yeah, that was so cute. And I was also like trying to challenge myself with the story and stuff. That was really interesting. If you like Ewan McGregor, you should try to watch his show from a few years ago called The Long Way Round. The drive on my motorcycle from UK east all the way to the New York. Oh, really? I know he has a new show, similar show that from South America going all the way up. I think they are like twin shows, whatever. But yeah, I heard of those. I know he's a big fan of motorbikes. So there's like a photo of him like reading a magazine, like wearing like Obi-Wan robes, and that was pretty cool. Gonna go take care. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end the stream soon. So yeah, thank you for dropping by, everyone. Like Ronnie, thank you so much. Everyone just like chatting with me and being here is being supportive. Thank you so much. If you had a lightsaber, what type of hilt and what color? First of all, I'm gonna get one hilt and not double edge, because I tried double edge fighting, like sword fighting, and I do not like. I'm not like good enough with both hands doing different things. So I'm gonna go with one, like straight, like just one, and no double edge, single edge. That's what I'm gonna get. Okay. What color? Okay. My favorite surely is white because of Ahsoka's lightsaber. I think that's so cool. But Ahsoka got the white saber for a reason, right? You know, she took it from Inquisitor and she killed them. That's why they're white instead of a color, because those crystals are actually like damaged. So it's like purify those damaged lightsabers. So I do not think I'm like worthy enough to get a white lightsaber. What I really like is a color from Jedi Fallen Order, the cyan one, the light green one. I really like that one. It was clear, almost white, and it just gives like a calm, clean vibe. I really like that color. Yeah, I think I didn't even consider that as an option, but I really do enjoy that. Other than that, I might try yellow. I think cyan is probably my favorite, but yellow sounds really cool. I foreseeing like it's like 2 years ago, 2 years or 3 years, 2 years before episode 9, I told my friend, you know what? Next episode, Rey's gonna get a new lightsaber and it's gonna be yellow. My friend's like, yeah, sure. And then we saw the movie together. She's like, holy crap, how did you know? Also, I thought she's gonna get double edge because she was using the staff, but like, on his long way down show, he stopped at Tunisia and looks home on Tatooine. Oh, it's a tourist attraction, but no one recognized him. Oh no, they went there as an attraction and no one recognized him. That's so sad. Oh gosh, that's cool. Yeah, I want to check that out. Yeah, that's all the questions and also all the thoughts I had. I'm probably gonna work on in the next week. I'm probably work on another analysis video. On the season 2, I actually want to talk about symbolism of armor and his identity throughout the season. I think that's gonna be interesting. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. And on the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave me 6 inquisitors slaying all other stuff and a proxy on the Wookiee. Yeah, I don't actually remember. I remember there's like 2 Death Stars, 3 X-Wing or something. Yeah, thank you, Aiden, for dropping by. Thanks for everyone for dropping by. That was a great stream. That was great talking about like Star Wars with you guys. I will definitely want to do that more in the future if we have the chance, if we have other announcements and stuff. And also I might do other video. Please stick around and check out my videos, and also check out my check out my Twitch or check out my Twitter. I love discuss stuff on Twitter and Twitch. I will stream games. Like I'm planning to do it next week. I'm planning to start The Witcher 3. Yeah, good night everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Good night. Bye.